morning. Let's start some pelvic floor mobility. Go ahead and drop it into a deep squat. Try to get that pelvic floor below the knees. If your ankles are popped up and that bugs you, you can put yoga blocks or some kind of book underneath of it to support you. Otherwise, just give it a go for about 10 seconds. If that bugs you, go ahead and drop back into that happy baby. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Go ahead and lay on your back. On your back, you're gonna grab your feet, pull them up. You're gonna feel this stretch anywhere in the back of your legs, into your pelvic floor. As we're here, breathe into your belly. Focus breathing into the ribs, let that expand. You can even breathe into your sits bones, those bony butt landmarks on your bottom. If this bugs you too much range of motion, grab behind your knees, let those knees or lower legs fall. Now with this one, I feel it in a little bit different areas. This is more inner thigh for me, inner groin, maybe even the back of the hips. You can readjust by pulling it up into hip flexion. You can let them come in a little bit if that pulling out is a little bit too much, but all of this is very gentle. I even like to add in a little rocking side to side as I'm breathing, just to kind of let the body calm down and realize it's okay to let go. It's okay to get into the stretch. You may even start to feel the muscles let go a little bit more. Go ahead and put those feet down on the ground. We're going to rock those knees side to side. So with this one, you might get a stretch across the front of the quad, up in the hip flexors, across the back. You can put your arms out like a letter T to get a little bit more of a stretch across that shoulder and upper chest. Really working the low back. We're rocking nerves here, creating space. We're stretching out tight tissue, lengthening side to side. You can take that top leg, extend it over a little bit more. You're going to feel a little bit more of a stretch across that body, across all the way up to the ribs. Go ahead and try that on the other side. Baby, feels good to move this morning. Come back into here. We're going to extend the left leg out, pull that right knee up to the chest, pull it up, going straight up, might bug your hip a little bit, so let it go out to the side, towards the outer side of that shoulder. And taking that knee across the body, feeling it in the butt, back of the leg, maybe even feel it in the back of the back. Again, bring that right knee up to the chest, go on that outside of that shoulder, creating space in that groin, inner thigh, and then pulling it across the body to the left side, getting into a little bit more glutes, back of the leg. Go ahead and set that right leg down, pull the left leg up. Same thing, pull that leg on the outside of the shoulder, getting into that groin, into that inner thigh. Might feel totally different from one side to the other for you, does on me. And then pull that sucker across the body, getting into those glutes, into that leg. Left knee to left shoulder, outside of the shoulder. Get into that tension into here. Whew, don't forget to breathe while in these positions. Pull that knee on the outside of that shoulder here. Get into that glute tissue. Lay that left leg down. Bring right leg up. We're going to go hip circles here. So if your hands bug it, you can always put a towel or a blanket and hold onto that and let your knee move with the towel or the blanket. But we're going to go 10 circles clockwise and 10 circles counterclockwise in this position, really getting into those hips, into that joint, and then flip it and reverse it. Go the opposite direction. Get into that tissue. Really think about the head of the femur, so that's this bone here, really sinking into the back of the butt. Lay that leg down, go ahead and switch. Hip circles with this one, clockwise and counterclockwise. Gentle, not pushing it to force anything. We just want to create mobility. We want to create movement. Want the body to know that we like to move it, move it. All right, flip it and reverse it. Flip that sucker around, opposite direction. I'm going counterclockwise now. Just a little stiff in my hip joint. I want to create space, remind the body that I want to move my hips. From here, we're bringing this right leg on top of this left knee. Same thing. I'm still doing hip circles, but I'm going to feel it on the opposite side. This is one of my favorites, one of my go-tos that I love. Okay, whatever direction you were going, go the opposite direction now. Flip it around, get into that little tissue tightness at a little bit different angle. Woo, rest those shoulders if you're holding tension back there, and then switch it up. Now I'm going to grab behind my right leg and put my left foot on my right knee,
And I'm starting with counterclockwise circles in this left hip. Glute region is what I feel. Girl, feels so good. And let's go the opposite direction. Anybody else feel that with me? Tell me in the comments, comment below. Woo, baby. Feels good. All right, go ahead and set those legs down. We're gonna end this with rocking those knees side to side again. Might feel totally different for you. You might not feel as much tension as you move. I sure don't. Wake up that body. I love it. We're gonna come up to the seated position. From here, I want one leg in front, one leg behind. So we got hip 90-90. Can you see it? Awesome. Here, we're gonna go leaning towards the front of that knee for a moment, towards the front of that shin. It's gonna change where you feel this position. Then you're gonna flip it around. We're gonna put left foot in front, right leg behind. Same thing, lean at that knee to start to end today. Lean towards that shin. All right. Hope y'all enjoyed this mobility for the hip and the pelvic floor. Comment if you want more because we can bring it. Hope y'all have a fabulous day and thank you for joining me.